Have you ever stood at a harbor, looked at a gigantic cargo ship weighing hundreds of thousands of tons, and thought, there's absolutely no way that should be floating? After all, it's made mostly of steel. And everyone knows what happens when you throw steel into water. It sinks immediately. Drop a steel spoon into a glass of water? Straight to the bottom. Drop a steel anchor overboard? Gone. Drop your car keys into the lake? Congratulations. They're now part of the local fish population. So why doesn't a ship essentially a mountain of steel sink too? Is there some special kind of floating steel? Are ships secretly filled with giant balloons? Or is the ocean simply too polite to tell them they're breaking the rules? As strange as it seems, ships aren't breaking the laws of physics. They're obeying them perfectly. The reason ships float has less to do with what they're made of and more to do with the amount of water they push aside. Welcome to Past in Plain Sight. Today, we're uncovering the fascinating reason why ships float while solid steel sinks. We have to travel back more than 2,000 years to understand why ships float. Our guide is a brilliant Greek mathematician named Archimedes. Legend says King Hiero II gave Archimedes a difficult challenge involving a golden crown. While thinking about the problem, Archimedes climbed into a bathtub and noticed something curious. As he lowered himself into the water level rose. Not exactly headline news today. But to Archimedes, it was a revolutionary observation. He realized that when an object enters water, it pushes some of that water out of the way. The amount displaced depends on the object's volume. According to legend, he became so excited by this discovery that he ran through the streets shouting, "Eureka!" which means, "I found it." Imagine making such an incredible scientific discovery that you forget you're still in the bathtub. That's enthusiasm. Now here's where things become really interesting. Whenever an object pushes water aside, the water pushes back upward. That upward force is called buoyancy. If the upward force is stronger than the object's weight, it floats. If it's weaker, down it goes. Simple enough. But wait, steel is heavy. Very heavy. How can a steel ship possibly create enough buoyancy? The answer lies in something most people overlook. And that is air. A cargo ship isn't a giant solid block of steel. If it were, it would sink faster than your phone after slipping from your hand while taking a photo over the side. Instead, ships are mostly empty space. Inside are enormous cargo holds. Engine rooms, crew cabins, storage compartments, hallways, fuel tanks. Even cafeterias where someone is probably complaining that the coffee isn't strong enough. All of that trapped air dramatically increases the ship's volume without adding nearly as much weight. Think of it this way. Imagine taking a lump of clay, roll it into a solid ball and drop it into water. It sinks. Now flatten that same clay into the shape of a bowl. Without adding or removing any clay, it suddenly floats. Nothing about the material changed. Only its shape. The bowl now pushes aside much more water than the compact ball did. Ships use exactly the same trick. Their enormous hollow hull allows them to displace an astonishing amount of water. In fact, a modern container ship can displace hundreds of thousands of tons of seawater. As long as the weight of the displaced water equals or exceeds the weight of the ship, it stays afloat. It's almost like convincing the ocean, "I know I'm heavy, but look how much room I take up." And somehow, the ocean agrees. So when you see a colossal cargo ship gliding across the sea, remember that you're not witnessing a miracle. You're watching one of the oldest principles in physics quietly doing its job. That enormous vessel floats not because steel is light, but because clever engineers learned how to shape it into something that displaces an incredible amount of water. And perhaps spare a thought for Archimedes. More than 2,000 years after stepping into a bathtub, his discovery is still carrying everything from bananas and bicycles to cars and computers across the world's oceans. Not bad for someone who was just trying to take a bath. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to Past in Plain Sight, and join us next time as we reveal another fascinating piece of history. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.